Supreme Industries reported its numbers just a while back. Q3 has been steady quarter for the company. They saw a healthy jump in profit and EBITDA, while margins also expanded. MP Taparia, who is the managing director at Supreme Industries, is joining us now. The stock is up 4.5% as we speak. So good reaction to the earnings as well. Mr. Taparia, sir, always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you give us a sense of what demand looked like in Q3? You did indicate that polymer prices are stable now. So what is the outlook on PVC prices? What are they currently? Because you did indicate that Red Sea issues could make it volatile.
No, we believe the prices are now stabilized at an affordable level. We do not see any great upsurge. I can't forecast about the Red Sea issue. If it becomes very serious, then maybe differently. Otherwise, polymer price will remain affordable.
Okay, got that. Sir, thanks a lot for joining us. This is Pavitra. Could you just help us with, what the volume growth has looked like for this quarter and what do you expect for the full year? I think last time we spoke, you said that you expect a volume growth of 23% for the full year. Is that still something which is on track?
We believe that this year we will grow by 23% by volume, the company,
okay.
And plastic pipe will grow by 30% by volume.
Okay, so plastic pipes will be 30% and overall volumes will be 23%. What does it mean for margins? You had guided for 14 to 14.5%. This year, this quarter, that is, you've done more than 15% in terms of margins. Will you be able to do better than 14 to 14.5%? And what is the outlook for next year now? Because we are very close to getting into the next financial year as well.
Overall, for this year only, I can talk. This year, we anticipate our margins to be around 15.5%. Next year, we will talk in April only.
Okay. Do you also want to come in on the PVC prices? Because, we have seen them stay quite stable right now. After this, in the beginning of the quarter, there was a sharp cut, but after that, it seems to have stabilized. So what is the sense you're getting? Will the prices remain at these levels? Any kind of outlook that you can share with us on this?
We do not see a great upsurge possibility because in China and USA, housing is in not a big growth path, and both are having capacity, and both are exported to India. Only US export has been affected recently due to this Red Sea issue, but China is a big exporter to India. So we do not see any problem in procuring PVC.
Okay. Okay, all right. So it looks like PVC prices could remain stable, barring the macro issues that we are seeing. Well, I was going through your press release. There are a lot of capex plans which will commence in FY25 itself. What would the revenue potential from there be? There is the ball valves and industrial valves business which will come on stream in Malanpur. There's the HDPE pipe for carrying natural gas, of course, that would be the other part, and others as well. What is the outlook in terms of revenue potential once these come on stream?
No, we can only say that next year also we anticipate our pipe division may grow between 12 to 15% by volume. This year it is going to grow by 30%. Next year we also anticipate due to our several new products coming, especially ball valve, industrial valve, and also acoustic plastic pipe and piping for industrial use. We anticipate growth to be 12 to 15% by volume.
Okay, 12 to 15% for next year. Sir, I also want to ask you about that newly acquired capacity which you have of Parvati Agro. I think this was in October of 2023. Can you take us through, what the volumes have been for that? Like, have you been able to already start, have the volumes from that started coming through already? I do believe that the total capacity is 36,000 tons.
Partly volume has started coming. But starting from February this year, we start balancing equipment, orders have been placed, and we are confident that the capacity of 3,000 tons monthly will be properly utilized from February this year.
Okay, so what would the initial capacity utilization be, if you can come again, sir?
The capacity overall is 36,000 tons per year, and normally we get 70 to 75% capacity utilization for the full year. But in the month of February, March, which is a season month, we hope to get around 5,500 tons or 5,600 tons from them in the next 2 months.
Okay. Sir, I wanted your word on the consumer product division as well. There has been a degrowth of around 3%. You said the value-added products contribution was higher here. So, can you give us a sense of why was there a degrowth? Was it led by lower volumes overall? And what is the percentage of value-added products in the overall portfolio?
In that product, there is a majority of all value-added item. Because we are now focusing more and more value-added item in furniture division. We are getting away from commodity furniture. So it is a better margin and better return on capital employed. But we do not anticipate much volume growth in this division.
Okay, got that. Sir, we just want to talk a little bit more about your expansion plans as well, because, you know, like you've mentioned, you are intending to make PVC windows, doors. Just tell us a little bit about the timeline for that and when we can expect all of that to start coming in.
We hope that our first window will be hitting the market in April, June 2025. Because the
2020.
plants are all coming from the world market are long delivery period. We are waiting for the consent to establish from government. The land is in our position. We anticipate the same thing will all be in our hand by end of February. Then we start construction of the building. But machinery arrival will take some time. So we are going to make windows at 5 locations, and the profile will be made at one location, that is Kanpur, and the product will hit the market in April, June 2025.
Okay, April to June 2025. Last question before we let you go. It has been a strong performance and the street seems to like it as well. Where is the demand really coming in from? Is it largely from the rural area? Is it from urban? Which segment highly? And is there an indication that this demand would continue, barring all the disruptions we could see on the supply side?
I can say today in our plastic pipe demand is coming good from agriculture also, from plumbing also, and from infrastructure also. So we are catering to metro, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, and also in the villages. Everywhere our product is in very good demand.
Okay, all right, Mr. Taparia, thank you so much for joining us today. That is the word coming in from Supreme Industries. Expect margins of 15.5%. Earlier, they had guided for 13.5% to 14%. So there is an uptick in guidance as well. Hinging numbers at the bottom of your